Hey, Fred.
Hello?
Talk again.
Talking?
Okay, good. Very good.
I'm here.
Yes. At first thought, sound was only going on my left side of my ear. That was just my brain body doing them tricks.
But you're saying you weren't having something stuck in your ear? Blocking it off?
Yeah, my left ear has been having issues.
Mine need
Actually.
cleaned.
Yeah.
Because I've had to do that multiple times. Because I've had cloggage issues before. So.
Yeah. It's always a wrestle. It's even like, so, I don't know.
I mean, I just use water to clean it out.
Yeah, let's see. I know air pressure helps a lot when I travel too, so I'll be flying out tomorrow morning.
Yep. Oh, it is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, tonight after work, I'll put the server on the computer here. Have it just be running and make sure Parsec is running.
Right.
That should be good. So I imagine my laptop tablet can easily handle that. I just don't want to. I don't know
it won't be able to handle it because you're not having recording or anything like that.
That's true. That is very true. Thank you.
Which is why I brought it up, is so that way, because you want to be able to set that up, not next to it, because you'd have to plug it into my computer and everything.
Yeah. But they pretty much do a host and play. Or do it via Steam. Do one last quick run through, make sure I got everything. But it's interesting. Have you ever found the access to those items in this area? Because I have explored heavily on my previous run. And I could
Sorry, what?
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Am I screen sharing?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, it's like either in the run they make it so that you can destroy kind of like these blue looking stones that you come back later to do.
Yeah, you do go back to it for those later.
Oh, okay. Okay. You've been far away enough where you've been spoiled for you.
I was like, unironically, I've also been like, how do I get past that? There's things over there. And I was like, after looking around for like 30 minutes, I was like, you know what? It's probably something I have to come back for, because it definitely felt like that.
Yeah, the blue stone. Okay, yeah. It's not just me. The blue stones feel like later you can destroy those kind of thing.
Did someone say something about missing things at the very start, and that's why you went back?
It was
did
like
not know
you
about
and I
that
were
one.
just
Cool.
talking and about like how the controller
Oh, I meant like
vibrates.
in the pre-log area. Because I don't
Uh,
think I actually,
it,
because when I poked at your stream, there was a mime in the first area, and I never saw that.
oh, you never seen the mime in the first area?
Not in the very first, not in the prologue, no.
Oh,
So
the prologue. I
let's
see. I got that the first time.
okay.
That was not the first time. No, I think it was more, and I like then did a quick little Google. If you there is like extra rewards if you don't kill all the friendly Nevrons. And I was like, that was my gut, and I just shouldn't have like.
I mean, I also went with the gut, and I was like, the fact that it's optional is
Yeah.
Take him down.
interesting. Also, at the same time, I did kill one of them once, and it wasn't very. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave them all alive,
Yeah.
and then I reloaded for that.
Nice.
So you were in middle of Act 2 then?
Yeah. I was at the very beginning of Act 2.
I know it's a little bit still fresh of this stuff being lost, but it's like I could have been like in hindsight, I kind of could tell it was a character that you'd not keep.
Hmm. How could you tell?
There was a lot of small signs, like
Yeah.
after the fact. I mean, like
Oh
retrospect.
yeah. Like now I replay, it's like they do like there's like a thing where like someone like puts like this kind of like almost like a hole over their chest when they're talking to Gustav. And you're like, oh, that's what they're doing.
Oh no, not even that. I was saying like mechanics, like his weapons. All the other characters
Yeah.
have effects.
It's interesting
So-
too because the guy who takes over, he has the same weapons and those ones actually do have effects.
Yeah, that's like part of it, and also his skill tree is very small and doesn't expand. And, like,
Well, what's
they're all
interesting,
locked.
yeah,
other
well-
than the first 6.
and so it makes you kind of gives you an idea that maybe he'll be revived later, because you got the hair people who say that they can revive with the chroma, they can revive their people, and also the left and right side are completely locked. There's nothing, at least
Yeah.
from what I can find. There's
It
nothing.
looks like it's large enough where you wouldn't like notice it at first that he's gonna go, but
Yeah.
you never actually get access to those 6. Even while the other characters were already getting much more access to them near the end of
Yeah.
Act 1.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it, Verso's like mechanics is pretty much just an evolution of Gustav's.
Yeah.
Still the same pairing perfection sort of thing, but Gustav's has a hard counter on it, like number on it.
Mhm.
Versus is a lot more dynamic.
A lot more fluid, yeah. And I was thinking about that because Varso, Mel, I think her name is, my brain is
Mayo?
Mayo, thank you, and Luna, like each one is a pretty like there's a little bit more complications to it than Gustav's. Oh, you're just charging up a number and once it hits 10 max and oh now it's fully charged. It's a lot more simpler, bare bones. All right, I think
But Shields is very interesting also if you, because I did see
yeah.
you had her.
Oh yeah, she's
here then.
also unique.
My issue with her is she was my big DPS to the point where I was just getting annoyed with the damage cap.
Oh yeah, the 9,999. Yep.
She hits it very easily,
Yeah.
which is entertaining, but also rip.
Yep.
And then you start going into the multi-hit attacks because of that, which is probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because multi-hits are generally more versatile anyways.
Mm-hmm. Especially when like you also have to break down shields at.
Okay, you did run into enemies with shields already.
Oh yeah, you run into them like at the pretty early on. Yeah, so this is
Although
the
I
thing.
stopped using. Yeah.
Do you know if Varso, like if I put Luma points into Gustav, does Varso get those Luma points? Those extra Luma points?
No idea. No idea.
As we'll work towards thermal transfer.
Flares.
Interesting, you're going all in on the damage
Hurry.
scaling. Numbers.
Hmm?
Oh, I mean with the weapons, you're just going with the same ones scaling with the same numbers
Yeah.
that they do. I honestly spread out some of the points for specific niches because agility is always useful. It increases, like, what, 4 stats?
Makes sense.
Including speed, which is action economy, you know?
Yeah, and kind of the most... Kind of like the most important thing. Oh.
I spilled water on myself. I guess so. It's a little... Cloth is a little... damp. What's... Don't even know when that happened. I see you went back to mouse and keyboard, which is very understandable.
Well, it's like for running around, I use controller, and then for actual fighting, because I could tell like there's actual. I have to hit the button a little bit earlier on controller, while with keyboard, I pretty much.
You have delay. Yeah, that's understandable. That's actually a big part of why I have the dongle for my Xbox controller, honestly, is to make the lag less bad.
Yeah.
Because input latency is really awful.
I imagine there's like hyper response controllers out there.
Yeah, but they're generally wired, and I like using wireless. So.
So you try to that makes sense why I use a dongle then, because dongle is a lot more generally a lot more faster wireless communication.
Yeah, this is just the generic Xbox one, not the like dedicated one that you get with controllers now. So it does mean I just can get any old the Xbox controller on my computer and deal with Bluetooth, but Xbox has not made any good first-party compatible controllers in a while. Outside the Xbox Elite, but that's like a $200.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like I got for Bailey 2 years ago for Christmas, I got her own controller, let her pick, and it's like this really cool like purple cosmic kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
But that thing, it's actually like drops connection. It's like even wireless and
yeah, Bluetooth is horrible on so many controllers.
yeah, it's like the Bluetooth is bad, and then also now the connecting port is bad. And it's just like now I just have this.
Yeah, that's honestly a part of why I like battery, because you know I have a AA rechargeable AA's and high quality ones that I've been using since 2018, so 7 years. And I haven't had to replace something because of the charging port.
If the Bluetooth is bad, and then also the...
Yeah.
It's like no matter what I use then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, I use the Xbox dongle because it doesn't use Bluetooth, it uses their proprietary connection stuff. Because the Bluetooth on my computer was very laggy half the time. I've had a lot of issues when I was using my PlayStation controller on it. And my Switch controller just half the time. Fire.
That Chroma one version took me a bit to get used to the timing on the spear.
Gradient counters? That one. Yeah.
I like the Chroma spear one. The very first Chroma you really fight.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Got speed and defense. That does health.
It does highlight what color it upgrades.
Yeah.
When you hover over it.
That makes sense. Yeah, so it's like these ones here won't be. I won't be able to unlock till probably after he gets resurrected. Because his whole run, this is always locked.
Yep. So far,
that's my theory, though. I have
seems
it.
like it.
No, also, then, like, I didn't notice that each of the acts were like a name of them, pretty much the main party. So I didn't even notice that Act 1 was Gustav.
Fuck. It's big. Fall back.
Just be happy you probably went through the story and more thoroughly than I have in the same amount of time. Because I am so slow at this.
I was very slow my first run, but now it's my second run.
I mean,
I'm thorough.
I think your first run you were still catching up with me.
That's true.
How slow I was going. I also had a bad tendency to overexplore the overworld, thinking I was missing things, and then completely be overindulgent on trying that. Fire is fun.
Fire is really strong in this game.
Yes. Especially since it does it on the enemy's turn. So, especially for like the various schematics you probably ran into.
There we go.
Where they get like 5 times as many turns as you do. So, stack of burn, and that's how you end up doing damage.
Makes sense.
Because it expires on the applicator's turn, but it takes every time the enemy goes.
Ready to evade.
I also just realized while watching you,
Yeah.
half of Gustav's moves, Verso also has like quite literally has the same move.
My gosh.
That camera angle getting to you.
Yep.
Like I've noticed Verso has that same From Fire move.
Yeah.
Same with the marking shot. Lumiere Assault is also one of the first ones Verso has.
Yeah.
Just slightly different, but still same.
Do I have another? No, I only get one revive right now. Okay. Okay, I can still hurt him. I need to make sure this shoot. Oh, no, he got me. Oofa. After finding the chroma version of that one, I got that time one pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh. Interesting. No, no, gosh darn it. That's not the
Spam
one.
click too fast. Because also you can aim before going into the like
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. It's
You
like
might have done that by
the,
accident.
it's like the one, he's the one I was like, oh my god, he's the one I was like aiming for and then just like, nope, psych.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not on fire, darn it. Nobody. Oh, way too early. Silly goosing it.
I mean, that's fair. You're also talking with me and being distracted.
You know me, it's okay. It's not your fault. I don't mind being distracted.
Yeah.
But it's just the
At
reality.
the very least, I'm not annoying distracted. You probably should click to rest before you went into the cutscene.
That's true.
Leo!
Alright, and then I can skip this. It wasn't to a controller that I learned that I can actually pause the cutscenes.
Because it's on F on the keyboard, yeah. You don't think
Brace
it's F.
yourselves. Danger. Chroma is flowing.
Let's do a manual attack this time. Take him down.
Dodge Kasam. Take cover. Danger. Ice. Shatter.
Putting you down for a bit. And we'll do from fire to top him off. At first, at first time I did I was looking at from fire. I didn't get it because it said nothing about charging up his hands.
Right, because it doesn't explicitly say it, even though
Yeah.
it still does. Because I think all his skills do. It's just that Lumiere Assault has bonus charges on crits.
Why not? Let's give yourself some AP.
Yeah, you're close enough. Yep, breaking the threshold.
I'm ready.
Yeah, he's still again.
Ah!
Let's push forward.
She does have the heal skill too.
Yeah, but the heal skill requires one more AP.
It also gives you light stains too at the same time though, which is also useful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get ready. Almost.
Hey!
You have your parry on, eh?
Well, E.
E.
I'll just do this for right now. Oh, he's not on fire. Oh.
Building up chroma.
I hit E.
That was delayed look.
And that's way too early.
Something no funky is going on.
You gone. How much is the charge? Right. So let's do that. Break that. Oh. I thought if I break the armor. If I break the armor. Like one of those break the armor, then you can. The charge is gone. Yeah, I think they're. Oh, I see. But I mean, sure, why not? Well, actually, I'm gonna go back really fast to make sure I have all of this explored. Just also give my guy a little bit bigger numbers. I'm kind of switching past a lot of this. This familiarity. All right, let's. Oh. Okay, I haven't seen this because I've been. Okay, that's what that looks like. All right.
Watch out.
I can't tell if that's a bug or just funny that it continuously attacks until you get hit. Enemies. That acts weird.
We could light something with this.
Oh, I should go back.
There you go. You were wanting to go back, so now you have a reason to.
Oh yeah.
Take him down.
So are you?
Also, it looked like you already unlocked fast travel between flags, so you
That's true.
can just
But man,
jingle your way back.
that's true. But manually running allows me to see the unknown and get bigger numbers.
I mean, seeing on the unknown, you've already seen it. Okay, bigger numbers, though. Take him down.
A storm is coming.
I don't know about that one.
Feel the fur.
But you do get to do the grinding. Something, higher level areas give you more XP because they're higher level in the first place.
Oh yeah. Oh no, please.
That age-old dilemma of, do you progress to gain more XP in the area, or do you grind out at the current area to gain more XP to go to the next area easier? The age-old grinders and speedrunning question of all.
Yeah, I think what also made me want to restart is I kept getting skins. And like I already gave skin to the one Bergen, and I was like, is there more to give skins?
I'll just tell you now. You only do it once. I'm pretty sure the other ones are so that way you can do it without doing a specific one.
Mm.
I have not found any other uses for them. And I don't think there are any. For the skins. Outside of the single use. I'll let you know so that way you're not constantly running around looking for something that doesn't
What did
exist.
it mean by
when you've
light?
already done it.
Let's keep an eye out for other Nevrons like this one. We might learn something.
Because that's not much of a spoiler. That's more of a making sure you don't go down the red herring that I did.
Can you repeat all that?
'Cause you said you already did it.
Yeah, I already gave the Bergen his.
Yeah. You only need one skin, which is very disappointing to me too. At least as far as I'm aware, because I haven't beaten the game yet, of course. So there might be other uses, but I have yet to see one.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might have missed it.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, don't spend too much time on. But no, that's too aggressive of a. It's not super obvious if there's another use for it.
Yeah.
So.
And so yeah, and I was like, I decided that I didn't give him mercy.
Well, there's that part too. Yeah, that's understandable.
And so I was like, that was my gut, and I should have listened to it. It gave me an option. I was like, I'll just waste all the options, not thinking that this game like rewards the good morale choices. 'Cause this game is an existentialist morale video game, so. Oh.
I mean, you also get rewarded for killing them too, so it's like
Yeah.
just.
Ah. I'm hitting. Oh, I'm hitting
Let
W.
me with your.
Not looking good.
Well, it's not.
Like,
not
is that why you're not dodging? Is because you keep accidentally hitting W? Instead?
I don't know. That was weird. Okay, got that.
I guess that's one benefit of the controller. It's hard to mix up at this trigger and the button. You can't mix up the right trigger and right bumper because they're completely different.
Oh.
Anyways, I'll let you be so that way you can fully focus on the parry.
I mean, you can go ahead and let me be, but I don't mind having conflicted attentions, because it's good for me. I can't be a forever shut-in loner.
We can use that.
Just because I get perfect timing when I'm a shut-in loner.
Sometimes you just gotta lock in, you know?
Yep, lock-in does happen when I'm in the...
You don't get to do that very often with work, so...
Well, the headphones help a lot with locking in. Ever since I got that. I hit the flow more often.
Yeah.
The flow.
It's almost like audiophile open back headphones don't help when you're in a busy environment.
That's true.
It's like, I don't have the room for good audio quality anyway.
So now I got really good closed back headphones.
Yeah.
But no ink, because ink is delay.
Audio active noise cancellation is probably not to the noticeable level of delay, and there's probably good implementations that aren't very delayed. But yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, are you...
Oh, I think a spider just fell down my wall.
Fun. Are you going to try visiting when I'm in Missouri, or that's it's...
Probably not, because it's still quite expensive of a drive and also a long drive.
Yeah. All right. Then we'll just hang out virtually. I'll pretty much will have Thursday night and Friday nights. I don't... And probably, yeah, Saturday once I get to Kansas and just waiting at the airport.
Lovely airport.
Yeah.
Which is not actually Kansas. It's Kansas City in Missouri.
Yeah.
Which is still multiple hours away.
Yeah.
There's the name. The city after state. Or is it the other way?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Right now I have a loose, potentially dead spider somewhere in my tables. Ugh. Can't wait to get spider bit.
Yeah, just walk around with a bump for a couple days. That's always fun.
Even if that should have stopped.
Icelands. Oh yeah, his marking shot does not increase charges, by the way.
Oh. It just outright doesn't, even though it does damage. Huh.
Alright, I don't think with her I have anything that can break. We'll do that. We'll do damage to all.
You do have it.
Oh, he absorbs him. Good to know. Alright, time to... Actually... You're dead? You're dead. Too close to charging up. Make you a 10.
I'm ready. Dodge back. A storm is coming. Feel the burn.
Will those who come off?
Careful. He's building up chroma.
Nope, way too early. Oh, I see. When he's charging is when he opens it up that you could plop his chest. I learned that on accident.
Uh-huh. More AP.
Feel the burn.
Yeah, he's way too far. Oh, let's heal. So close.
I'll do it.
Oh.
Get ready. I'll do it.
Oh. Oh.
The only one that actually mattered.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
He's
The
like,
one that takes them both out.
oh man, that's funny. I was like, that's hilarious.
Maybe I focus on the AP and not the too much.
Get ready.
Well,
Because I've noticed, as long as the enemy is burning, thermal transfer is always AP positive.
yeah.
I think if you just have light spin, I don't know what it is, but it seems to trigger the second turn anyways.
Yeah, it's like, even though it shouldn't be triggering a second turn, there's times where I do get a second, and there's times I don't. If I don't have it, it's very inconsistent.
I think the light stain will count as 2 stains.
That's probably what's happening then. See, and there's times where I have just a red one, and there, see, second turn.
Yeah.
There's no light stain.
I think it might be triggering if it gives the AP also sometimes then, which is strange.
All right.
But free turns is great.
Oh yeah. You might heal him a little bit, but it'll take the other 2 out. And I guess go
Pop.
up. Actually, I'm going to say popping him until. Oh, way too early.
I do think you will be able to break what the overcharge already.
But when he's actually going super charging up my attack, I'm saving that to be the time that I break him. There you go, now you're burning. See? Didn't give second attack that time.
Careful. He's building up chroma. Let's push forward.
For those who come after.
Let's push forward. Eyes shut.
Oh. I was like, what extra moves are you doing? I forgot they do a full cutscene.
Must.
celebrate later. There'll be others. We should be safe up in the tree.
Yeah. Putain, nobody.
Wait, there's a message on the wall. Took mile to the weird corals. Head north, look for a door inside a hut.
Clair.
This doesn't make sense. Who would have written this? It sounds like an expeditioner, but everyone knows to sign them.
I think it was Varso who
Yeah,
saved Mile from the
in
beach,
heart.
though.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like
It's like
anyone
super
wrote it
blurry,
down.
but it was that white hair.
What if it's a trap? The man on the beach?
It's a lead. Our only lead. Whoever this is knows Mael. We have to go.
No. Not yet. Protocol is to regroup at the rally point and wait 3 days. This message feels off. If it was an expeditioner, they would have stayed here. Everyone knows the protocol.
Right, but they may have been in danger. Maybe this location has been compromised. Things change in the field.
There's a reason.
This guy
Protocol
not using
doesn't cover
subtitles.
There's
every contingency.
There's
You
a
know
re-
that.
Shake my head.
There's a reason. It's protocol.
Andrew.
We designed it to yield the optimal result in the vast majority of situations.
Was our entire team dying part of that optimal result?
There's also like,
Look,
there's sometimes where there's language,
to Mile.
and so with headphones.
Yeah, that's fair.
protocol also states never move solo. I'll let you choose which.
Probably also not looking at it so much that subtitles would be an issue, but yeah, that's still very fair. Cleansing 10. A glorious one indeed.
It's actually pretty good now I think about it. Not one I really use. But then it's like negative effects are not too often on the character. As long as, you know, you do your prescripted parries.
Yes, definitely.
You can use it.
That's all I shall say. How many tries did it take you for that parkour Justral Beach way back a while ago? Are you good at parkour? This is the question.
No. I will say 15 maybe tries.
Sounds low enough where maybe we'll try out Chained Together someday.
I actually would not mind being chained together because I have it. Played it. I think you played it. Did you play with us, Ben and I?
No.
No? It must have been Ben, Mike, and I. Okay, sweet. I was able to finish him off.
Or only ever.
Oh, I should have used the heal. Alright.
I mean, you're already in that match.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking of the girl. I mistake the girl's health with my health. I actually won't change
What if
that.
they're
There's
both your help? Because you're playing both characters. Sorry, not sorry.
Finding the chroma version of that one has also theoretically
Yeah.
got me decent.
There is multiple things that use that same ice spell, and it's very nice to get a hang of the timing on that.
Mm-hmm.
Take him down.
A storm is
Oh
coming.
yeah, the mark actually does give one charge.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it just gave one.
Oh. Oh yeah, I'm a silly goose then. But it's the
It's
crits.
just 3 hits.
It's the crits. 'Cause it was a crit hit, so that makes sense.
That's fair, but either way, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it doesn't by itself it won't give it, but if it crits then.
I really do like the slow down into the end screen. It feels very old Final Fantasy. Well, at least I think I only played like 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I only played 15 and a bit of 15, so the 2 you probably don't like as much.
I'm definitely not a fan. I mean, maybe I'll like it more. But when I first played it, I was expecting too much.
Yeah, 13 I just need to play someday because I had an Xbox and never really had the attention span. 15, I went in with poor expectations and then just decided to go with the vibe, and that's kind of, I think that was around the time when I stopped listening to my own music while playing games a lot of the time. Just took in the atmosphere, and
So
I didn't go into grind out. I just was there for a good time,
yeah.
sort of thing, instead of explicit progression.
I imagine if I strip a lot of my expectations, I think. Also, at that time was back on. I played on PS4. That's the time.
Oh yeah, I think from what I know, the PS4 version was not in a good it was not in a good state when it first released.
Yeah, and they also didn't have any of the. I think. Can I get to that normally, or is that one of those? Yeah. It's like also like they promised extra content. And
Yeah.
some of the content took ages to release, and the other content they actually just dropped the ball, saying, "Yep, it's discontinued."
Yeah, and I guess it's really problematic for your sort of lore mindset is because of how much of that game's story required additional reading, so to say, through the movies and the comics and stuff that I've heard about.
Yeah, and it was
A lot
like,
of it is.
yeah, like also an annoying thing was. Oh, we stretch.
Was stretching.
Yeah,
I
stretching.
see.
I hate how they. It's like there's like, in Final Fantasy games there's always a magic system, and really all that game turned into action. It's just an action, just mostly action. It felt like more of like an action adventure than an action RPG.
Yeah. I mean, there was the weight system, but you had to go out of your way to use it, and also magic in that game was consumable and had friendly fire, which is
Yeah.
double-edged sword. It made it more tactical, but also
I mean, and
didn't want to use it half the time because friendly fire was guaranteed pretty much.
yeah. Also,
They did add things to stop that, thankfully.
the strat, also like how easy, like so. What other? Also, how they like just killed off Luna, the summoner. I was like, I wanted my summon. Like, there's things in other Final Fantasies I was expecting in this Final Fantasy, but more combat.
I was talking about 15, Yeah, because I don't think that. Oh, you mean the like
The
lady in
little
very
priestess
start of
lady, yeah, who is a summoner. It's like also like that game went through so many iterations. It's like they
Okay,
really
now I don't know if we're talking about 15 still because I don't think Luna because it was like 15 was the one with the
with the boy band.
boy band.
Yeah,
Yeah, the boy band and the lady is
the girl.
I think
Yeah, no, the priest she's was betrothed to marry Noctis.
I think that was still the case in the end too.
Well, she died.
I don't think she
remember?
ever. I don't think she did die.
She did. I'll let you look it up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
It's been a while.
Pretty much do this whole like they live on forever, kind of like in some sort of afterlife spiritual marriage.
I'm trying to look that up. It the wiki is in a pain in the butt.
Okay. Luna's. It's like she dies. I think during the Leviathan. Because Noctis wasn't strong enough or whatever. Yeah. See, question about Luna spoiled for driving forward. Review spoiler. Hello, second playthrough, and I'm on my way to. I just saw the conversation between Adrian and Anderson that Ron to kill Leviathan in order to save his sister. But Arno remarks that he knows the price of the covenant. Luna talks to Leviathan on behalf of Nakamichi will die.
Maybe that was. Oh yeah.
And so I think I was just expecting, actually, like how they did the fighting in Final Fantasy VII Remake was more of what I was expecting going to 15.
Yeah, that's very fair.
But yeah, I imagine I'll enjoy it more on PC because I also, by being a I'm not very controller friendly.
Yeah.
There's like the fishing, like a lot of this stuff I just had a hard time with because.
Yeah.
But then also I wasn't that great of a gamer at that point too. Like,
I mean, you must have been pretty well because that's pretty late game figuring out the Luna stuff. So.
Well, I did beat it.
Oh, you did beat it?
Yeah, I did beat FF15. Yeah. And also now if I play it again, I definitely know to take all the AP bonuses for traveling. That was a mistake. Not doing that.
I don't think it's nearly as bad now because
So, the message said
I just
head
kind of
north
mainly. I didn't do
to
very
the
much fast
weird
traveling.
corals.
And a door in a hut.
Oh, there was
I did
no
still do it, but not as much.
there was no fast travel in the game. You literally had to wheel it. Everywhere you go.
Yeah, that's probably a big part that because they did add in fast travel then, like partway through.
Oh, did they?
You unlock it. Yeah. You still use the car and stuff, but it's still effectively a fast travel.
Did you unlock the flying car?
A storm is
Yeah.
Nice.
That's super lazy though.
Yeah. Well, on mine,
That was more of just haha funny.
yeah, well, you locked down the second playthrough, at least on how it was for my game.
Maybe I did. It was
You did.
very.
Earth flies.
I do remember having it like in the epilogue sort of time frame. I don't think I paid too much. That is a small spider. That is one
Why
that
am
gets
I-
squished because those ones are deadly ones. Where did you come from, little spider?
Gosh, I am.
Sorry, I distracted you with Final
okay.
Fantasy and got you off your.
That's cool.
Well, I've been. Well, there's spiders rappelling down to me, trying to get to me.
Like, this is my nightmare.
Like, unironically, I saw it coming down from the, like, right in front of my monitor.
Fun.
Straight at me.
Well, that will help.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, like, I kind of wish they did more with the, like, in-game DLC expansion stuff.
Yeah. Was there an in-game DLC?
Unfortunately, most of it just turned into, novel follow-ups after stuff got canceled.
Yeah, so I know I have to look at those because I'll have to play through and go through all that extra stuff because
So,
like, when
Ignis, Prompto, and I think the other dude
yeah,
all got actual DLCs, but Noctis himself didn't get one.
okay, yeah,
and-
because there's that whole they go on the extra mission, the guy with the glasses got
And it was-
blind, and it's like it just
Yeah.
it just says this happened, and there was like promised content to kind of like
Yeah, they did explain it outside of Noctis's additional content, which is unfortunate because Noctis is the main character of the first main game. Yeah. And now it's like, yeah, it's turned into a book.
okay, so now it's a book. Does it-
The non-canceled stuff, the canceled stuff, definitely seems like they released a lot of the like information in a book or novel after the fact. Instead, definitely seems to what that happened. I do remember spending a lot of time modding Final Fantasy 15 just so that way it wouldn't be stuttery on the computer because that was an issue.
okay.
I don't know if it's still the case, but there was a couple small things with it.
Yeah, because at that time, my newsfeed knew that I played Final Fantasy 15. I remember someone modded gravestones for all the modded in gravestones for all the deleted. All the canceled.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah.
That's the only modding I've ever heard for 15.
There was a big. There's like the. Just a couple things for like texture improvements, of course, but also there's a couple bug fix ones and a. You know what reshade is, right?
Reshaders?
So there is a program very much like it, like similar in a lot of ways, that had a special like variation for Final Fantasy 15 because Square Enix messed up some of the threading, so things that shouldn't be pausing the rest of the game, pause the rest of the game sort of thing, like make it stuttery.
It's been a long day.
So
We
that
should
was a
make
big
camp.
part of it.
I'm fine. Let's keep going.
We won't find my L.
That's the
if
main
we're
one that I
dead.
remember.
Yeah, so when I eventually go through my Final Fantasy arc, then maybe. Actually, I think about since Dragon Warrior 1, like the 2.5 versions are going to be coming out. I think that'll be my next RPG arc. I never touched the Dragon Warrior series. Dragon Quest, I mean, not Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest. The Dragon Quest series definitely just woof right past my growing up. Besides, like one time I had one friend who had it on the Game Boy Color, the first Dragon Quest. Like, whoa, this is great. Then he asked for it back.
I never really knew very many JRPGs back when I was younger. I was at, Final Fantasy X with my uncle. I never really knew about Dragon Quest until much later. The only other real JRPG that I got introduced to that I actually really liked, in retrospect, was the Harry Potter Game Boy Advance game, or Game Boy Color.
Was that a JRPG?
Yep, that was a JRPG on that version.
Huh.
It was actually really good, and I remember liking it a lot. But never remember, like, I tried to find Harry Potter games for other stuff, and it was never the same, and I was wondering why.
Sorry about it.
Until much later, and then I figured out they just... Every single version of a console of the Harry Potter games was a completely different genre per console. PC,
It was.
CRPG.
I-
Like, more third-person action RPG-ish. Game Boy, JRPG. Some other console was like Quidditch sports game or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That
It's like
sort
the
of thing.
only Harry Potter games I ever saw in the wild were the Lego Harry Potter games.
Right. Those ones I am more familiar with, but still haven't played those much. Although me playing Expedition 33 has gotten me hankering for actually finishing the Lord of the Rings JRPG. Because I never actually beat it. I got really far in it once, but never beat it. I got to like disc 3 on the GameCube. Those were good times. Oh, you're pausing your cutscene. That means I need to be quiet.
You're cool. I also am messaging back people.
Speaking of JRPGs, I need to actually play through Hyperdimension Neptunia. I started it and never actually got through it all the way.
How was that? I
On a
never
hot streak.
got to play that game.
I mean, it's on GOG and stuff for pretty cheap, the Rebirth and stuff. I think they're pretty good, but they're also very satirical in a lot of like stuff, and maybe a little bit weebish at some other points. So I definitely haven't been like I was back when I was first introduced to that series. Like, kind of grew out of the anime phase as much.
Yeah.
Well, I say grew out of as in it's not a childish thing, but just as I got older, I just stopped caring about it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry being something you sought to play. Or sought to, engagements have
Stopped being something.
yeah. I get that. But I play, Genshin.
My interests changed.
I play Genshin and Honkai.
Yeah, that's
Star Rail.
definitely more up your alley compared to me.
Yeah.
That was probably around the same time when I had a really big focus on Toho and various other stuff with that art style.
Mhm.
And then I just stopped watching anime because anime started shifting to genres I didn't really care about.
Yeah.
And then everything went to isekais and hasn't ever come back. It's never come back.
It's so
They're still
funny.
there.
You're like isekais, and like whenever I talk to Brendan, he's like, "Oh, I would love to have that where I just go into a video game." It's like he loves isekais.
There's a thing that it is escapism, yeah, in a quite literal sense, but it's more of oversaturation of the trope, and
Yeah.
a lot of the tropes are like they've gone so like over the top. They've wrapped around into being serious again.
Mm.
Unfortunately, like Overlord, yeah, I liked it, but that wasn't because they were following trends. That's because they were trying something new, sort of thing.
Mm.
They were more experimental with it,
Mm-hmm.
I should say.
Makes sense.
And then I like the more recent stuff that I liked was like the standard stuff like Chainsaw Man, which isn't also an isekai.
Is it or is it not?
It's not.
Oh, okay.
Which is like I've been gravitated towards stuff that hasn't been
I see.
more recently, but in the similar shonen stuff like. But Overlord, and there's like. I haven't really watched too many that. There's a couple of them actually, like the Rising of the Shield Hero. I liked that for a few seasons. I never continued with it though. Even though that is an isekai, they were unique in it because they didn't focus on them being. Although there was really cringy points at parts, but it wasn't like they were the hero. They were kind of the like anti-hero of that entire thing.
So yeah, so I'm still finishing up,
which was different.
So I'm still finishing up Gintama. Did enjoy Delicious in Dungeon.
I do enjoy that one. I remember reading the manga when that was being fan subbed many years ago.
Yeah, and then Logan and we caught up on JJK. So he and
I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Still waiting for that to continue.
Same here. All right, cutscene.
We convinced Alan to land there.
So, we can rest a bit? But, the moon is bright. I want to keep moving.
Have you learned nothing from the beach?
No, I am not leaving Mael alone a minute longer than I have to.
But right now, it's just the two of us, and I don't want to bring Mael your corpse. We have to think every step through. The man on the beach, you saw what he did. But more than that, you saw his face. He must be, what, 50? 60? Yet he survived the Gamage. We don't know who we're dealing with. We lost everyone in an instant.
Exactly. He killed us all so easily. He doesn't need to fake a message. Lucien. Lucien died to save me. And Tristan. Margot, they all... letting Mael die out here. I'm taking her home.
What? No, no, no! We have a mission!
Oh, fuck the mission! Fuck the mission, Lune! What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take down the paintress, just the three of us? My gun and your sparks?
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if. When. We knew not all of us would make it. But we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
But I'm not afraid to fight, it's just Mael.
Mael swore the same oath.
I know that!
She chose her life. You and I... Come on, we always said the future of Lumiere is more important than
Any individual life, yes.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that? Do you?
I hope I do.
Fuck the mission. Really?
Sorry.
The main continent. Hard to believe we're finally here.
Yeah.
Good night, Gustav.
For those who come after.
Anyways, yes, I've noticed that I haven't really been watching Isekai's. Like, I just pulled up Crunchyroll for the first time in months. And the more recent, like there was like one or two of them.
Yeah.
Like Overlord that I binged through. And there was Failure Frame, which was also another case of anti-hero
68.
Mm.
Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every
sort of
expedition.
situation or slash villain
Mm-hmm.
sort of style of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just recommend since you grew up watching anime, like you're familiar with Naruto, like you're familiar with like the 2000 animes. That's when we're all really into them. I recommend Gintama because it kind of like does the anti-hero, plays on those tropes, has fun messing with those tropes.
I'll
Expedition
definitely
68.
take a look at it,
Their boat was blown into the air by a storm.
as long as it's not
Lumiere.
going to be as long as One Piece. Nothing
So-
else though.
Yeah, certainly not as long as One Piece.
Lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived. A storm, at least.
All right,
Seasons
let's keep
does
moving.
it have?
We found the weird corals.
That
Mael
is
must be close by.
it is still quite long, so that might be a long-term project of watching
Mm-hmm.
300 odd episodes. I'll put it on the list of what with me rewatching Bleach someday and actually finishing that off. But yeah, the similar, like,
We can use that.
there's not isekai, but very similar fantasy-esque sort of themed, like Shangri-La Frontier. I watched that one. I enjoyed that.
Hmm.
But I think that's more shonen game nerd sort of style. And then Demon Lord 2099, which was just off of left field, that something my brother recommended, and I really enjoyed it because it was. All I can say is it was entertaining to me. I don't remember why exactly,
Hmm.
like any specific themes about it. Probably because it was a full flip on their stuff.
Hmm.
Old villain from yesteryear going to the being resurrected in the future, and all that entails.
Hmm.
Enough about that. I started getting rambly.
It's cool. Man, it took me so long to find these. Last time is I didn't know really what I was looking for, what my eyes were searching for.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say they are generally going to be in the same area of
Of that, yeah.
the cage. Like,
I've-
it might be like at a weird angle, but always in the same general area, even
Yeah.
if it's right next to another subsection.
Yeah.
So they're very consistent. About
It likely is very consistent of that because when I very first I was like exploring this area up and down,
An advantage.
left and
Yeah.
right.
There will be hard to spot at times, though, so that
Yeah.
will still be a thing.
Wait. Everyone. Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter. Take them down.
Let the ink flow.
Okay, don't get on fire.
I'll do it. I'm ready.
Ah. Too early.
Yes, they did get announced that the Summer 2025 Shield Heroes get a new season, so Camping is getting another season.
See, Saya.
Now that one's just satirical, but hilarious at the same time. Born as a vending machine.
That sounds great.
Take them down.
Ah.
Get ready.
Ah, way too early.
That's this.
Yep.
Nice.
So strong. Being able to apply marks.
It is. Very much so.
It's like mark and fire as like two kind of like the strongest things you can put. Have in combat.
I think fire is just stronger, but that's just because of critical burn,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. because it's just a constant
Mm-hmm.
25%.
Mm-hmm.
You have yet to hit the point where you start using slightly lower level Pictos, so that way you don't have to save the Lumia points yet. I don't do that very often. I've done it with like one thing. Because it costs 40.
Whoa. I haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah. No matter what level I'm going to be, that's going to be probably not one I'm going to be spending points on.
And is
will say
that
that.
good? It's worth the 40?
I don't spend points on it, but
I mean, it's
it
worth...
is good enough where I'll have the actual Pictos on one character.
Mm.
And I'm not going to spend the 40 on everyone else. Because the Pictos give you the ability for free without spending the points.
Yeah.
I think I've seen like what, one or two of them.
Mm.
Point cost. I've seen like, only a handful of them.
Being that high.
Yeah, being that high.
Are you still in Act 2?
No.
Oh, you're on Act 3. Okay, you're zooming.
No, I took way too long to get to here. You say zooming. Let me just pause real quick again. Little previous save is playtime 72 hours.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I don't think it's zooming. I think it's
Just time.
crawling.
Just time. Take it.
Yeah.
E-
I do have a bad habit of being AFK sometimes, though. I'll do it
I
myself,
get that
so.
too. I had my game of AFK. The only reason why there's so many hours is I had a game AFK on for pretty much the time that it says on there. Is I just was in the prologue and I couldn't. There was like really no save spots yet.
Yeah, I get that.
And yeah. Okay, you got everything.
I would not be surprised if like a good third of my time in Path of Exile is AFK, not even actively AFK, like
Be careful.
being away from the computer, but just being slow
Mm-hmm.
at doing things. But hey, maybe by the time we're done with the trail playthrough, I'll have those hours up high enough too. We just need our playthrough to last 900 hours. That's all.
I saw you.
Just 900 hours.
I've been seeing you and David hop on. What you guys been doing on Terraria?
He's been just figuring out things that experimenting with the stuff we have access to and deciding if it will worth the implementing or not.
Hmm.
He's been looking into things to help
Well,
himself be
that will help.
tanky.
Mm.
Wow. And also there was I hopped on a bit for I think just looking at various crafting things that we can do with the progression, because there was a couple things I wanted to look at, but we didn't really have enough downtime while we were playing together last time for me to actually engage looking into them,
A storm is coming.
you know?
Feel the burn.
Yeah.
Sorry, there again.
Huh?
I started getting rambly there again.
I turn on that too. Game is fine. It's like a classic, like watching a movie where the action is like bonkers high.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm fine. Keep it up. It's just I've been rambling while you're doing combat.
Nice.
Oh.
By the way, you can shoot them and it will
Oh yeah.
stun them.
We'll freeze the party.
But not all 3 of them. You'd have to shoot all 3 of them in
Yeah.
rapid succession.
Good thing I just ran.
It is very useful for like stunning them so that way you can
Yeah.
slip right past.
Oh yeah, that's the shoot.
Pew pew pew.
Oh yeah, there's the one here that it like made me it made me give the idea that not to beat him because Moel goes so much for helping them after you beat the guy with the bomb.
Over there. A hut.
Look at you in your fancy
Slow
outfits
down.
because you have
We
the
don't know
Game
what's
Pass
inside yet.
Wait, is my version different than yours since it's Game Pass version?
I think yours includes the deluxe edition cosmetics.
I don't think so. I got this literally just from town.
I think I saw you have more than. How many outfits do you have for Gustav? Wizard on there.
I could tell you where I got these. So that's normal.
The
That
Crimson uniform.
is literally a mission
Okay.
in the prequel.
Okay.
You
Never
talk,
mind then.
yeah, you talk to
That
someone.
must have been one of those.
Things you miss. Yeah, you talk to someone. He's like, I had a fight with my son. It's my garage. Would you please give this
I
uniform
remember
to him?
talking to people, but I must have missed the person in the order that I needed to.
Yeah, so he gives you the uniform to give to the kid, and the kid is then at the expedition party. And the kid's like, you know what?
I think I tried to talk to people in the like WoW as Sophie like you did, but I think after talking to like a bunch of people, they didn't have anything for me. I might have missed the one person to talk to that gave a quest.
Hmm.
Go figure. Go figure. Did you get all the festival tokens, by the way?
I did.
Okay.
I have the key. I got the fancy haircuts. And I have the Pictos that at the Gustav village. The little dude's like, oh, he transforms
Wow.
it for you.
That will help.
When you can use the key will not be
There's a
very
door inside.
obvious, by the way.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't.
It will be a bonus
empty.
area
Okay.
in
Let's
where
go.
you're at.
Someone lives here.
Oh, it's a bonus area where I'm at. Thanks for the hints. I thought.
No, I mean like when
Later.
you're at the point.
At the point. Okay. I tried opening all the doors here and nothing happened.
Yeah. It was to the point like I got far enough into Act 2 and I was like, I still have this key from Prologue. I'm gonna look up where it goes, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just ran past it. It is that sort of situation.
Uh,
How many times have you been into the manor before?
Where are we?
like 2 or 3. There's tier.
Okay.
This is.
I don't think it's every case, but most of the times when you enter it, it does seem like there are puzzles.
Hmm. Yeah, there was a puzzle in the Gustav storage.
Yeah.
Like
in the-
Gustav's.
Like in there, in the kitchen, there is a puzzle.
Yeah. That's you get that puzzle during the gestural.
Yeah.
Because the gestural as well.
Like
Yeah,
you
gestural village
shift
is open
things
there.
around it.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other times where you have to do that.
It's crazy. It's like I remember the first time running through here, being brand and new, just being absolutely enamored. And now since I
It
got
does
here
look
before,
very-
now not being through here before, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
This is where I just need to go.
I know this.
It's familiarity is such a it's a fascinating thing.
Yep.
My head?
And now I shall go.
All right.
I'm gonna go grab water and stuff.
Well,
so.
I'll probably be gone when you get back. Once Robin gets here, we're going to
Stuff.
the fireworks tent for youth group stuff.
All right. Have fun
you
playing with the
real?
explosives.
Yeah. Thanks, man. That's what I always want the fun for is explosive playing with. Explosive games.
Fiery explosives that are
It's Oregon, so they only go
Legal.
5 feet max.
you're so close to Wichita or Washington, you're probably gonna end up having people
Oh yeah.
not following that anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So
I have neighbors who do that. I'll have all the boom boom and the bang bangs.
even my family used to do that. Back when we used to live in Redmond,
Back when
at least once or twice, we'd drive all the way up to Washington.
I just like now it's like fireworks are so expensive. People who do it, I'm like, man, you have money. It's like 20
Even back then, they were expensive, but it was just my family had a lot of money, but also not at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We were middle class.
Yeah. Having disposable income. What a crazy
Mostly
concept.
because my dad was working overtime 9
Mm.
out of 10 days,
Hmm.
which is kind of how like I kind of figured out that's how we had so much money is because my dad was working overtime every single day.
He was just working hard. Hmm.
He was working very hard.
What did
A lot.
your dad do in Redmond? I know it was in construction.
He used to work at Cessna, I think, back before they moved to New Mexico or something.
What was
Airplane construction.
Oh, okay. I know another family's dad who worked there. I think he worked at airplane construction too. And I remember he lost his job because that must have been your dad must have lost his job to that same place then.
Yeah, because they moved and he had a family and he didn't want to go without. So things
Yeah.
started happening around then.
Yeah. Okay. And that was like they moved, and that was also during the stock market.
That was like
2009.
Yeah.
That's when also the
yeah,
stock
very
market.
long time ago.
Yeah, that's when the stock market also crashed, and so Redmond was
Yeah.
suffering.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it's like I felt like I struck gold for getting a courtesy clerk job right out of high school at Safeway because jobs were just so hard to get. At least that's how I felt. I probably now, since I'm a lot more.
Jobs are even harder to get for some people around.
Yeah.
Now, but yeah.
I mean,
that's fair.
like there's still like a low bottom branch jobs out there.
Yeah.
But it won't be too hard getting those jobs now because I feel like I'm a lot more put together than I was then. So I was just
Yeah.
always famished because I didn't know like it was I just had a lot of trauma that was always swirling in my brain.
Yeah. Sorry for bringing up the past.
That's cool.
The blasted past that should stay in the past.
We
where
we
have
share
moved
our back in the day, and it's good. It's
Yep.
deal with the trauma, look it in the face, and for me, it's I kill it, give it to God, so He can resurrect it and reuse it for good stuff. If you let things die in the right direction, I say, at least I found letting things die in the right direction, die towards King Jesus, it really brings life to it. Reuse it somewhere, someone. Usually, it's when I'm helping other people go through the same kind of trauma. Trauma.
Yeah, my growing up was quite a bit different. It wasn't a monetary or even family related. It was school related and
Mm-hmm.
being so socially out of it because I'm autistic that I didn't realize how a lot of the things that I had issues with stemmed from school without me realizing it until after the fact.
Mm, makes sense.
Like bullying without knowing that I was being bullied, thinking they were my friends, but in actuality they weren't. But I didn't know any better because outside of David, Reno, and David's family, like you and stuff, I didn't
Mm,
really have any social circles of actual merit.
yeah. Yeah, I really did. Those are like,
And I didn't realize I didn't have them until after high school, and started mentally catching up with my own age a little bit because I'm pretty sure I was emotionally stunted in quite a few ways because how autism is at times.
mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it until after the fact, having talks with my mom and thinking about it, and was like, actually, yeah, a lot of that behavior is bullying behavior and not productive.
Yeah.
Which made a lot of sense of why I started doing some things back then, which was still innocent, thankfully, but
Mm-hmm.
very weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely went through a phase where, so like, because I'm both my mom and my sister be on the spectrum, I just did not have any social capita knowledge. Like, could not read people, did not know, cannot tell what people are like doing things for my benefit or using me as a joke. And so I got in a lot of trouble as I went off people's suggestions. And
Yeah, two two sides were opposites in that regard. Like you had the capacity and opportunity, but you never had the upbringing for it. While on my end, I just lacked the capacity to understand in a lot of cases, even
mhm.
though I had upbringing that would have
Yeah,
supported it and eventually
yeah,
caught up.
yeah, yeah. It was crazy. Is I was always trying to grasp some sort of social structure understanding, and I could just never
And I was trying to escape it.
yeah.
That's probably a big part of why I realized I like to eat lunch in the library. Wasn't because it wasn't the noise, although that was a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was the groups that I would end up eating next to.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah.
better or for worse, I was known by almost everyone in the high school,
Yeah.
apparently, which
Y-
was kind of cool, but also probably not for good reasons.
Yeah. So for me, like, I was just also just in ball, like, due to always trying to grasp social structures, I was always a ball of anxiety and I could just never
Mhm.
sit with the same people. And so usually it just
Right.
leads to me wandering, saying hi, check like to millions of people, but never like I could not handle awkward silence. And so I pretty much always ran any
Mhm.
any um any awkward.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. And that's the big thing of why I appreciate Reno so much is because he helped me have moments of silence that weren't awkward
Hmm.
a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like when we were growing up,
Yeah, and that's just
there
like
was times where we would just be in the same place, do our own thing, completely separate,
yeah.
still chat and hang out.
Yeah,
But
and that's just part of growing in friendship. And I was never really able to grow in friendship with people because as I always felt like I had to entertain, have some sort of quick quip.
yeah,
But and so since
if you were born like 10, 12 years later, you would have been perfect for the streamer job in that regard.
yeah,
Always having to say something to fill the void is
yeah. But
very much
then,
part of that.
like being able to be in space and being comfortable and
Mhm.
pray and and just grow and growing caring for around other people is so much healthier, man. There's a reason
Yeah.
why a lot of streamer culture has a lot of burnout is because there's just a lot of unhealthy practices that are not nipped in the butt early on.
There's that, and also parasocial relationships have kind of become the thing too.
Yeah.
But it's burnout of overdoing it for like a lot of the older YouTubers and streamers and entertainers are like doing it for 11, 12 years. Anyone would burn out on it, even if it was their favorite thing.
Yeah,
Without something.
and I
And
think
that's the issue.
and I think for me it's like if having I grab the streaming towards the greater purpose of calling people the King
Mhm.
Jesus, and so then I kill it to that rule. That what allows
You
me.
do it with a focus.
Yeah, that what allows me to keep coming at it because it's towards my allegiance to King Jesus. If it was something I did by itself as a job, I will be emotional wreck because I'm trying to manipulate the system enough where I could get the views, get the hype. And, I'll be constantly chugging game fuel so I could just be that energetic maniac. Because I've learned that I'm not there's moments where I get really amped up. But
Mhm.
that hypermaniac is was a lot of times that will be a persona.
Unsustainable for you.
Well, it's also a lot of times I'll just anxiously amp myself up so that I could be
Yeah.
so that I can be
Yeah,
this.
it was a mess.
Yeah, it was definitely a personification that I'll put because I was so I just I wanted people, I wanted attention, and I can never do anything deep because then when deep conversations happen, that's
It was
when
just skin deep
yeah
or mask deep.
and
going
there's
on that end.
and so so it's definitely the stepping out of Redmond, going through a lot of trauma in Portland, then really finding the beauty of how everyone is trying to it helped me since everyone is trying is living this defining good and bad on their own.
Mhm.
And these now the real goal is to look towards wisdom to King Jesus. That's when everything I did, I'm looking towards the wisdom, not trying to find good and bad on my own. That's when I was able to really breathe and think through, is this the prop? And that's when I didn't have to do a personification to for the acolytes, really. Because a lot of people liked me growing up, and a lot of I did really in Redmond, I did really work myself into being a really popular guy. But I was in that I was just too wrapped up in trauma and anxiety and trying to I could just never be quiet and still around people. I always had to make a joke. I always had to, which got exhausting. I was really good at being friends with people the first 5 minutes. I was really good at first impression. But any moment that people if people also I was with were not socially awkward, which then I felt socially awkward dealing with the socially awkward people.
Negative feedback loops.
Yeah. There were a lot of times the one that sometimes I can stick, but then I will feel awkward being with the awkward people. It wasn't until after high school that I was like, all right, King G, that's when I was the very beginning
You
of
had something to help you push yourself out of your own shell.
Yeah, no, like that's an actually after high school is when I was like, you know what? I'm a nerd. I'm done like with this personification. And so then that's when I really tried to. I was like, I like gathering around video games and nerdy stuff, and that's when I started. That's when we started the Nerd Herd. Was you, David, and Reno, which you don't remember too much about. And I was like,
I do legitimately think it was. I didn't really interact with you very much because I
Yeah.
was very much in my own
Yeah.
bubble.
You were there.
But, and David definitely interact with you a lot.
I definitely interacted a lot with Reno then. Every Nerd Herd will be having deep philosophical conversations. He usually rolled the front whenever we're traveling to and fro. And I remember like we even helped him move. I remember like I think that was like the last time seeing Reno is when it was in the Jeep. And they were leaving out. And that's the last time until I saw him again, and he was like super adult when I was with you, and I saw Reno like a couple of years ago, like 6 years ago, back when like you're in Portland.
Right.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's not time to go. Logan and the Ethan, not Beebs or Beeb. He doesn't like to call me Beeb.
Hello, non-cook Ethan.
Non-cook Ethan. You're non-cooking Ethan.
Non-baker Ethan.
Not bakery. Non-cook. Non-bakery Ethan. So at any moment, Robin's going to get here, and then Broham and I are going to bounce to help with the fireworks tent.
All right. I'll let you go. See ya.
Oh, well, I mean, you can let me go. That's fine.
But yeah, I'm going to let you go. I need to go grab water and stuff too anyway, so I was
going
to head off.
Well, I love you, man. I don't know if I'll see you again until I'm back connected in Springfield.
Fine.
Yeah,
perfectly fine. Everyone has their schedules.
Yeah, so Thursday morning I fly at 5 a.m.
Did you set up your computer and stuff?
Oh, I'll be setting it tonight after work then, because Bailey's not feeling well, and so I'm going to stay home while Robin goes to an event, and then I can. That's when I'll set the server on the other computer. I may ask you just to connect so we could test it.
Right, I should probably be awake tonight because I am drinking caffeine right now, so that's fine.
Nice. You're gonna be playing Super Smash Bros. Nice.
Hey, send me a copy of Nintendo Switch Online, and I might play too.
Logan, do you have Nintendo Switch Online?
It'd require multiple Switches for multiple people, anyways.
Yeah, we'll require multiple Switch for multiple. That's right, and we only have one copy of Smash Bros. Here.
Unless y'all want to take a hot seat position against me, but then it's unfair when both of you can't fight each other.
Huh? No. You got to have like special like controllers that you could switch the.
No, I'm saying hot seat as in you hand the controller to the other person.
No. Charlie was asking questions. He was asking if we could use the Xbox controllers with the Switch.
You need a dongle that.
Yeah, you need
that.
like an 8-bit Duo adapter. Because 8-bit Duo has an adapter to do that conversion.
No, we should play a chorus guy. He has like every character.
Oh, you unlocked them all? Nice. All right, man. I love you. I'll let you leave me.
Hopefully they don't.
Oh.
They aren't the overly competitive on the Smash Bros. Because I might not know how to fight against this Steve very well.
They're still,
especially one that can do all the tricks.
Yeah, they're still learning. They're in that learning all the strat stage. They're getting better daily.
Yeah, that's kind of. See, I would have been down for that like a long time ago, because I was definitely like. I'm not the casual, but I'm also not the focus. I would have been playing every day to get better, but also not super like
Yeah.
with items off and stuff, but
Yeah.
also not super casual, just super hardcore grinding it all day sort of thing.
Yeah. And the items are just like not items. Like just playing every day, even with people who are still learning the game, is a lot of fun.
Yeah. As long as you don't get so good that they can't beat you consistently, and then they don't have any fun, and then no one has fun.
Yeah. True.
Which I think is where we were starting to get to at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We were too good for our friend group, but not good enough to go to other groups. I do remember you going to a Smash Brothers like tournament in the dorm or something at one
Yeah.
point.
I got to like second, I think. But then like usual, at that time my anxiety was so high that I easily choke when it becomes down to the
Stakes are high.
counter, down to the like the last. Well, it's just like usually I could always get to where it's just me and the last person down to one stock, but then I'll just way over. My brain would just get clouded with like fill of just like fuzz of like how anxious I was feeling.
And maybe we need to do that more often, so that way you can learn how to push past that.
Unfuzz. I do feel a
Or,
lot better
or
now.
push through the fuzz.
Yeah.
Maybe we should play duck game someday then.
There you go.
Because that one we actually could do on the computer.
No, it's only because I want to do assistance if I win.
Although I think Yuzu does have net play support, even though it's probably a pain to actually get to use because you can't get it easily anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Smash Bros. Maybe someday I'll play on the Melee online. Someday. When I feel like
it's
not
like
liking
it's
myself
because
that's
melee
very-
now you could do it. They made it so you could do like on the computer now, right?
Yeah,
Online.
they like the community for that, like it's really unofficial and like won't do it for like big events, but entire custom emulator client that supports rollback and like
Yeah.
actually advanced stuff hacked into it.
You know, I
which is-
wouldn't mind for our friend group going through the figuring that out because that'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That sounds like some fun nights. On nights that we don't feel like Terraria, we can just melee Smash Bros.
Yeah, that would be fun. Probably gonna be in the same boat of us playing Super Mario 64 with me, you, Robin, and Ethan.
Well, Super Mario 64 is a lot more. I'm a lot more down.
Well, I mean, as in like we're gonna say we want to do it one day, and we're never actually gonna get around to it.
Yeah, I just have to look at it, or you look at it, or like one of us just really figure out how to set it up, and then once we set it up, we then get it going
I
for
mean,
everyone else.
me and Ethan were playing like.
Well,
I still think it would be pretty cool for you and Robin to play it together sometime.
Yeah, and I
because
plan on
like-
after Sackboy, we're going to play 64 because then Bailey can join, and after Sackboy, Bailey should be able to have enough hand-eye coordination to handle Super Mario 64.
Because House 64, the co-op is pretty much like you're all playing in the same world at the same time. So
yeah,
that sort of co-op.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting at the very least.
Yeah.
Robin will get 90% of the stars. That's my bet. Just from familiarity.
All right, I put headphones on. I'm hearing two conversations. I missed what you said.
Oh, I was saying stuff about Robin would get like 2/3 of the stars.
Oh yeah,
just from being familiar with it.
That's her game. Oh, I have a phone notification. What notification is this? Oh, Robin called me. 1 second.
Have a good time. Hello?
We could go through this cutscene and then
All right, I was gonna say later.
later. Look, man. Peace.
Peace.
Well, you sure smell real enough.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I thought that you... On the beach, I saw you, and I couldn't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have, I should have come for you, and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was worried.
Made it.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I remember everyone at the beach. Then I woke up here. With him. He's been helping me a lot. He reinforced all my pictos.
What is he?
I'm not sure. He doesn't really talk.
The chroma around him.
Yeah, that one.
It's quite different from the Nevrons.
Yeah, I told you. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Game saved. Peace.